Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is Neye. Please subscribe to my channel, and to my returning subscribers, thank you guys for always being there for me. So anyway, I'm going to be talking about do's and don'ts before you jump into starting a thrift online store or starting an online store in general. It doesn't have to be thrift, just generally starting an online store. Things you're supposed to do and things you're not supposed to do before you jump into it, because I feel like everybody's just thrift store done plenty, so I need to talk to a lot of people. So I'm going to start with things you should do first, because I feel like you need to encourage before you discourage. So things you need to do first thing for me, I wrote them down here so I don't forget. First thing is you have to be creative. Be creative. Like I tell a lot of people, creativity is not all about creating, like it's not all about being a content creator. No, you don't have to be a content creator, because many people feel like, okay, chief doesn't concern content creating, owning a business doesn't concern content creating. It concerns. You have to be creative to be able to sell your brand, because if you keep posting your item and you're not bringing out a creative aspect of it, or you're not doing something creative about your brand, it's going to be boring. So you have to be creative. If you don't have it in you, learn it, grab it, pick from somewhere, but you just have to be really creative. It's really necessary and important. You have to be consistent. I feel like every time I make a video, I always say this, and people don't know how serious that word is. You have to be consistent, because you cannot start now and be like, business is not going well, so I'm going to take a break, I'm going to take a long break, and you don't come back. Nobody's going to know your brand again. Nobody's going to see your brand. So you just have to be consistent. You have to be posting back to back. You have to just do things on your page, even if you're not selling, even if you're selling. You just have to be consistent. It's just how this whole online business thing is, because you don't have a store whereby everybody sees your store every day they pass. This is online, so you just have to be consistent. Be ready to visit markets. Most people don't even know that aspect of it. They feel like, as I won't just jump, as I won't just start thrift, I know this market is close to my house, I'm going to go to this market. My dear, I'm sorry for you, you're joking, because that is not even an option right now. Like, that's not an option. You just have to visit more than one market, because as much as thrift can be affordable, you have to still look for things that are going to be more affordable, because the idea of jumping into cheap business is to buy less and sell more, to make more profit. But still you have to visit markets, because if I mention how many markets I've gone to before I started, or even during that I'm still doing it, you just have to keep looking for an affordable market that sell quality and affordable. So you have to be able to visit market. Don't go to that one place and be saying, this market is close to me, I'm going to visit this market, I'm going to leave this market, it is close to me, let me just stick with it. No, don't do that. Seriously, this one is very important. You have to save up before you start. I started with a loan, and I struggled to pay up that loan, because I had the mentality of, I'm going to sell bobo to bobo once I start, I'm going to just cash out. That was the mentality I had. So I feel like it is better you have your money saved. Don't take a loan to start thrift. Save your own money. Thrift is not really that expensive. It's expensive though, but the buying aspect is not really that expensive. So it's better you save up the money first. Like, you don't need a lot of money. 10k, 20k, 15k can start you something. So it's better you save the money than you take a loan. I'll prefer you save your money before you start. Market research, yes. Before you start buying, make sure you go to all the market, make your research about this market, and make your research about that thing you want to sell, and know if truly people buy it, if truly it's going to be good for you, if truly you can market it. Do your research fully. See, this thrift and online thing, you have to be smart about it. Do your research, do everything before you jump into it. Don't just jump into it because you feel like you can do it. Finally, for me, be ready to spend. As much as thrift is affordable, or as much as starting a business look affordable, you're going to spend a lot of things if you want to grow. You're going to spend in your snapping of pictures, getting a good phone, getting backgrounds, getting lights, and everything. So be ready to spend. Don't think because you're doing thrift you're not going to spend. You're going to spend. It's not about just buying the item. You're going to buy things to make your item go well. You're going to spend on ad and everything. Like, I did a video on ad. If you've not watched it, go and watch it. So you're going to spend, so get ready to spend. Be ready to spend, as in, this one is not joke. Be ready to spend a lot of money. It is not cheap, it is not easy. Be ready to spend. Now that's all for me for your do's. Now we're going on to the don'ts. First things first on my don'ts. So they took my light when I decided to change position. Never will not embarrass you in Jesus' name, amen. So anyway, we're moving to our don'ts. So I've talked about the do, so it's now the don't, and I'm standing anyway, so I'm not feeling like a teacher. Sorry, let me be serious. So for the don't start because you feel like everybody's starting and you feel like, okay, since everybody's starting, you can do this business, you're jumping into it. My neighbor is starting, my friend is starting, if they can do it, I can do it. Don't do that. Don't start because of that. I will advise you, start when you feel like you want to start a business. Start when you're ready to start a business. Don't start a business because everybody's doing it and you feel like, yes, you can do it since you're doing it. Don't do that. Don't think about it, because I'm telling you, I did something like that and I ended up regretting it. Again, like I said before, don't borrow to start. Don't borrow to start. I'm going to tell you, because based on experience, I borrowed to start my business and it was not a good idea. Like, I'm going to tell anybody that wants to start a business, don't borrow to start. It's a very bad idea. It's not a good idea. I will not even advise you, my enemy, or anybody to borrow to start. Don't think about it. Don't even go there. Don't even consider it. Don't borrow to start any business at all. I know it's tempting. I know you want to start, you have the zeal and everything, but don't be pushed to borrow to start. I beg, don't think about it. Again, don't be lazy. See, the laziness I mean, it's not about you standing up or you going to the market or you struggling with bosses. No, don't be lazy about how you run your business. Like, I see so many people's business page and they just post carelessly. They don't even make effort. They'll just put it in anyhow. The lighting is poor, the mannequin is not set well. Like, they just do it anyhow. Don't be lazy about that. If you want to put your strength in it. It's not about the strength of running to the market. No. Don't be lazy about your post. Don't make your page look lazy. You know what I'm talking about. Be there, be ready to do a lot of things, be creative, move around, do things, make videos, make content and all that. Don't be lazy about how you run your business. It's very, very bad. So many people are like that do that thing, and it's not good. You complain that you're not making sales, but when you go to your page, you see that your page is just there. The color is even bad. How you set up, how you place your item to snap and all those things, it did not even pop out well. It's not even given. That's what they are saying now, given. Don't jump into the business because you feel like everybody is jumping into the business. Because my neighbor is selling tote bag, or my neighbor is selling gin, or my neighbor is selling polo, and she's doing good, and you just jump in because you have the resources, you have the funds and everything. Don't do that, my dear. Take your time and decide the business you want to do that you know you can run. I'm saying this because I remember when I started, this was not even my first business. I started with bag, I did perfume, I did earring, I did a lot of things before I jumped into doing this gin. I did not even jump into doing gin. Sorry for my wrong of word. I took my time to research, because jumping into the business is like one of the most deadliest things people do. They feel like, okay, because you have the money and because you feel like, oh, this business is selling, I'm going to get involved in this business. Then you jump into it without even knowing anything about the business. You don't even know how to sell. All you know how to do is buy stock, but you cannot resell them. Exactly what I did. I could get where to buy cheap, affordable earrings when I started, but I didn't know how to sell them because me myself, I don't even wear earrings. So how do we convince people to buy it? So don't start and don't just jump into it because you feel like the business is blooming and you want to jump. It's not really the business blooming. I feel like the person is good at marketing. So don't start because you feel like you can do it. Don't jump into it. Don't start poor. When I mean don't start poor, I don't mean not having a lot of money. No. Poor packaging is bad for start-up business. Know this and know peace. When you're starting up, don't start poor. You don't have to buy expensive things to look expensive. No, when I started till now, I don't even have lights. I snap my things outside. You can see me now recording. I'm running up and down my house to look for where there's light. That is it for you. Don't start poor. Invest your time in branding and making your business look expensive without even having to spend a lot of money. If you know branding is expensive, don't brand. If you know this is expensive, don't do an alternative that is like branding that will make you stand out. Like till today, I don't do this pin-up delivery kiniko. It was a thing back then when I started, but I don't see people do it like that anymore. I couldn't afford it. All I did was I took A4 paper, I did the design for myself on canvas, and I went to print it out and cut it and sellotaped it. It came out perfectly. My brand name was showing and it was looking good. Don't start poor. Invest your time in looking for affordable things to make your business look expensive. Like how you set your, these props now, all these flowers and all these things. That's what I mean by don't start poor. Invest your time in doing all those things where you will enjoy your business. Make your business look expensive without having to break the bank. Finally, don't jump in too fast. Yes, I did that when I started. I took a loan. I bought so many things without understanding the business. And then along the line, luckily for me, I bought items that were my size. So I started wearing them and taking pictures of it and claiming I was a customer and all that and posting myself as feedback picture. So that's the mistake I made. Don't jump in too fast. Not because you have the funds, you have lights, you have this, you have that, you can afford everything and you feel like this business is what everybody is doing, I am jumping into this business. Don't do that. Take your time to understand what you want to do, what you can sell. Just take your time to understand the business you want to get into before you get into it. Don't just jump into it because you feel like, okay, it's easy, I have the funds, I can do it, and then you jump into it and then you end up regretting. So at this point, this is the end of the video, guys. If you like what you watched and you want more videos like this, please comment below, do whatever you want. I see your like, I see your comments. Thank you guys for always watching my videos. Please do not forget to comment, like, share, and be positive. I love you guys. Bye.